Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 20th. Can you believe it's the 20th? Is it the 20th?
It is the 20th. September.
20th of September.
Yeah. Good that you know what date it is.
I've got to tell you, Gary, well, I've got to tell you,
Yeah.
after the weekend that we just had,
Well,
I can't believe I'm even here.
I know. I don't know what date it is anymore either.
Let alone pumped,
Unbelievable.
as pumped as we are.
Well, you've got to be pumped because we sold, Philip, 96%. Get those towers up against an industry average of 80, I think it was.
96%, Gary. No, it scaled down to 74% the industry
right,
average. But I've got to tell you, 96% is a beautiful score, Gary. You know why it's a beautiful score? Because I added up our combined VCE results.
And that was 96%.
And we got 96%.
We did, Philip. I got the 9% and you got the 6%. Now, that was very exciting, Philip. Some great highlights. Some properties that went through the roof.
Gary,
Some were just completely crazy.
Gary, I've got to tell you, that was the weekend that was.
There was one undisclosed result that was one of the biggest increases above reserve that we've ever had.
Yep.
We can't talk
Not
about
gonna
it,
talk
Philip,
about it.
because we're professionals, but we can talk about some sales, Philip. I think we should talk about Prince Edward Avenue in McKinnon because that was a double whammy, Phil.
Gary, tell us about that. You did the auction there with Joel Sir, who did a remarkable job on that.
Yes, sir. I can boogie. And I did there, Philip, with Joel Sir. 1.8 million was the reserve, Philip, which is kind of at the top of the range, a little bit above actually, but that one sold for $2,056,000. And wait, there's more,
There's
Phil,
more?
because it was a 2-for-1 there, Phil. Next door also
two of
sold
those on the weekend.
I know, it's funny that you've chimed in on that, Phil.
So just take us through this, Gary. You auctioned one,
yes,
and then you offered the next property, which is an identical property next door. Yeah. You offered it to the buyer, first right of refusal at the same price,
and they took
obviously
it.
Buyer snapped it up like that.
Phil.
And a special shout out to the buyer if you're watching. We're obviously not going to mention your name on GPTV, but what a great project that you've got now, and good luck. We'd love to be involved.
And well done to Joel Sir, who made that sale happen, Phil, as he does so often. Phil, we moved on around the corner from McKinnon to Brighton.
Are you going to go through every sale?
If you let me move quickly, I can. Philip and Crescent, that was a fantastic auction. We had 7 or 8 bidders there, sold well in excess of expectation for $1,811,000, Philip. The reserve was somewhere around that $1.5 million mark, so that was pretty exciting.
$300,000 over reserve, Gary.
For McKinnon?
That is the theme across the weekend, I've got to tell you. Big prices over reserve.
It is the theme, Philip. For McKinnon, we go to Brighton, then we go to Bentley East. I saw you in Moylan Street, Phil, in Moylan.
Big crowd there, Gary.
Yep.
Big crowd. There's a photo up on screen.
Can you put Moylan in a sentence? Remember we said this once before. I saw the Moyle, and anyway, big photo on screen, Philip. That was a great auction and sold for $1,690,000, well in excess of reserve again. Philip, Riddell Parade was where we closed out Saturday, and we had Mr. Jeremy Rosens, I think, was the auctioneer of that property. Philip sold for $626,000, well above the reserve and expectation, which was high fives to 6. Well done there to the team. And Phil, Sunday morning, I went and saw you in Hawthorne Road. You did the double whammy
Gary,
thing there, didn't you?
I had 6 auctions to do on Sunday.
You did?
And I'm very happy to say I had a 100% success rate.
You did?
Actually, our success rate on Sunday was 100% across the board.
We're talking 15, I think, out of
15 auctions on Sunday, sold 15 out of 15,
Incredible.
Which was enormous.
Massive.
But what a huge crowd. I think there's a photo up on screen now of the auction. But in Hawthorne Road, we had a reserve there, Gary, $3,950,000. We sold that for $4,360,000, Phil. $360,000. So shout out to both vendors there. We had 2 parties
coming together,
unrelated, next door neighbours. We managed to put both parties together. They went to the market as one. Now, interesting viewers, if we had have sold each property individually, we think that they would have sold somewhere between $1.8 and $2 million. But by bringing both parties together, both parties did significantly better.
It's what we call real estate symmetry, Phil.
It is, Gary. It is.
Phil, Orong Road, there was an apartment that sold just up the road. Glenn Bricker handled that one for you, and that sold very well as well.
6 bidders on that one, Gary.
Incredible.
Amazing.
$915,000.
$915,000. It was a great apartment, though. Fabulous apartment. Great location there. Walking distance to our office.
Ludbrook Avenue, the former home of Damien Hardwick, Philip.
And for those of you that don't know Damien Hardwick, he was a defender for many, many years in Essendon, but then he moved to, I think it was
coaching.
But he moved and played out his career in Adelaide. Can't remember which club.
I think you're right. He did.
But now the coach of Richmond.
The Tigers.
Has he had his contract renewed for the next season?
It was a bit controversial. I think he's a good coach, Phil.
He's a great guy.
Anyway,
great guy. Hard at it, Damien Hardwick.
This property, Philip, where the expectation was somewhere in that high ones and the reserve was situated there, sold for in excess of $2 million, Philip, $2,146,000. That was a very popular one. There's so many, we're not going to go through any more, but so many results, so much excitement, so many people around, Philip, and 96% is massive. 22 out of 23. High five, because that is a monster spring result, Phil.
Huge.
And talking about monster spring result, it is the time of year where we get fortunate enough, where we become fortunate enough, where we are graced with selling beautiful homes like the one we're in here. 449 Glen Ira Road on the north side, Philip, of the street.
Gary?
Take us through this magnificent home. I love this house, Philip. I've been to parties here and love it.
Well, Gary, I've been lucky enough to sell this before.
Yes.
In fact, we held an auction here and the bidding was so strong. We held the auction inside and the bidding was going on and on and on. It was a competitive house last time. And we ended up getting to a certain price, and the vendor said, if you can get to me that price, you can throw in the fridge.
Yes.
And it was one of those big,
auction,
beautiful ice-making fridges. So we started throwing in the fridge, and then I started to think we threw in television.
Yeah, you did. You threw in a television, the fridge. It was like you were Billy Geitz, wasn't it?
But the owner of this house, the new owner, the people that we're selling for now, lived here and loved it, brought up their children, reluctantly moving on, although they are moving on to another fabulous house. But this home is terrific, Gary.
Take us through it,
well, first of all, I love the entertaining areas, the formal lounge dining room, that soaring cathedral ceiling above the entrance hall. It's got a really great combination of spaces. We're sitting in the kitchen meals family room, which overlooks the swimming pool and north-facing garden. I love the fact you've got a double garage, you've got further off-street car parking, Gary, and you've got a kind of craft room at the front where our current owner, who's an artist, has been doing her art. But this is a house that feels as new today as it was when we sold it those years ago.
Timeless quality and elegance here, Phil, in Glen Ira Road.
And of course, you know,
North.
if you're a part of the racing fraternity, Gary, you can walk to the race course. You can walk to the Caulfield Railway Station.
Yes.
A really good position. Looking forward to this auction.
It's always good to be walking this with a race, especially if you lose all your money. You can't afford a cab home. I did that at Randwick once, Phil. That was fun. But anyway, it is a great location, no question about it, and a beautiful home. We look forward to seeing you at this auction and at this home, the viewings, Philip, because there's a few weeks left before this one goes to the market. So that's fantastic. Now, I have to tell you, Philip, I actually got, not quite attacked, but I sort of got rubbed up a little bit on Friday.
You got rubbed up a little bit?
Just roughed up a little bit because, that's probably a better term, because I met on Friday another estate agent that watches this show and actually said to me, Philip, now you guys have said,
shout out his name.
We're going to in a minute. But he said to me, now you guys have sort of said, well, where's Glenroy? And that is his market. That's his bread and butter.
A couple of shows ago, we bagged Glenroy.
We didn't bag it. Well,
we did.
Well, we were none too complimentary about it. Let's put it that way.
And we couldn't find anything to be complimentary.
I was grabbed by the ear by our good friend from the northwest, and that happens to be Brad Teal, who has 10 offices there. And he said, you know what? Don't you mess. He wanted to come onto the show and actually sneak up behind us and give us a bit of a Watford bag in those areas. But if you do anything in the West, you've got to go to Brad Teal because he's a legend out there.
You do. And he specialises in Glenroy?
Well, all around there. Right. Essendon and Glenroy. And there's some expensive real estate, some beautiful homes there. But stay on this side of town. I hope you don't mind me saying that, Brad. But if you happen to have to venture there, go and speak to Brad Teal. So
shout out to Brad Teal Real Estate, who specialises in that west area, where I'm not sure how to get there, but I'm pretty much sure you take a freeway.
Yes, and I think it is safe.
Which direction? I'm not sure.
Exactly right.
Sure.
Well, when you get lost off the Tulla, Phil, you try to take a shortcut, that's when you'll see
So that's Glenroy's around that area on the way to Tulla Marine.
It is around that area, Phil. Let's move on because, Phil, there's many auctions to talk about. This weekend there's only actually 10.
Gary, I forgot.
I also had something to talk
about. Shout out to Dixie. Dixie, who watches this show, who we forgot we ran a competition last week, Gary, which was, we talked about a movie
with Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, and he fell in love with straight off the bat. He came through with the correct answer.
What is the correct answer?
And the correct answer is, I think it was she.
Yeah, it was. I think it was she.
She.
There was a song called She, which was, I think it was Charles Aznavour, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway,
Dixie will write in again.
Exactly
Shout out to you, Dixie. You won 2 tickets to Village Cinema Gold Class, courtesy of Gary.
Good on you, Dix.
We're going to include a little bit of a food voucher for you as well.
Right? Yeah, fair enough. Well, thanks for getting that one right. We stumbled through it, Phil, but we're not going to stumble through this week's listings because there's 10 auctions, not the busiest of weekends, Phil. It's a little bit of a calm after the storm and before the next storm. But we've got 10 in 7 suburbs. Shall we review them?
Let's have a look, Gary. So Gary, before we review the auctions,
we can't get it right,
we've
can we?
just opened the file and seen that, of course, one of our EAs that skillfully prepares all of the information so that we don't get it wrong, actually had the name of the film, which was her, not she. But if you Google she and watch she, and it's a great movie, well, you know, send us a shout out.
Phil, we've got 2 auctions at 10:30 on Saturday morning. One of those is in Carnegie, one's in St Kilda East. Maroona Road is a good address. Leon Gusenfitter has been handling that. Leo Samuel brings it to the market for auction.
Part of the Carnegie vibe, Gary, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, undercover car parking, of course, and a fabulous courtyard garden, which does make this an absolute standout property.
I wonder where Jeremy Roses is going to be 10:30 on Saturday morning. Can you tell me?
I wonder. I'm not sure what that song is.
No, it's Wah 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 Wando
Right.
Grove.
3 at 4A Wando Grove, Gary. We love it there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Lovely parquetry floors, a courtyard garden as well. Viewers, courtyard gardens do substantially add value to properties.
Can you put cork well in a sentence?
Well.
Yeah.
I opened a bottle of wine and it was not cork well.
Fair enough. That's the picture come up with on the spot. What do you expect? It's not rehearsed this show, and you can tell that. Phil, 11:30. I've got my first auction.
Could you have come up with a better line?
I don't think so. Right. Have a look at that cork. Well, let's move on to the next property, Philip.
That's terrible.
11:30. Phil, we're in Malvern, and I'm doing this auction, and Daniel Fisher and his team around him is handling it. It's in Corkwell Street, Philip, a terrific apartment with a great floor plan in a lovely block.
And
11:30.
shall we do a bit of a shout out to Daniel Fisher, who's had an absolutely brilliant month of September.
He's a champion.
So brilliant that his team said, "Why don't you go away on holidays?"
Off to LA.
Shout out to Daniel, who's in LA as we speak.
He is.
On his way to New York, the Big Apple, Gary.
Yes,
anyway, that's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, a really good apartment in a great part of Malvern.
Queens Road, Philip, we've got an auction there at 11:30, double auction action. Leor and his brother Aviv bring this one to the market. Great looking building, Phil.
Gary, this is the Monarch building, and I've been meaning to go in and have a look at this apartment because it's a fabulous building. This is a 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, obviously in the security car parking area, but a beautiful apartment inside, but check out the common facilities of this property. The entrance lobby is like walking into a magnificent hotel, and there's a gymnasium, Gary, that even a body like yours could turn into one of an Adonai should you obviously actually go to the gym.
Is Adonai, because it's a Hebrew word, Adonai as well, but is Adonai in your way, is that a like multiple Adonis?
No, well, it's...
Because Adonis is a single.
Yeah, but you can't say, you're going to turn into an Adonis.
Yeah.
I think you can say, he is Adonis.
He is Adonis.
But when you're talking about an Adonis-like figure, it would be a figure of an Adonai. But maybe that's just been completely made up and I'm wrong. So
well, let's find out how you Dixie, or anybody that's prolific with English, that understands English better than us, which is everybody
for
watching.
For all the personal trainers out there, do you think it's possible to turn Gary's body into one of an Adonai?
But is there such a term, Adonai? That's what I want to know first, Philip. Because first we've got to get the term, then we'll get the body right. Phil, we move on at 1:30 in Alma Road. This has been very, very popular. Adam Josky handles Jeremy Rosen's auctions. Take us through this exceptional apartment.
Well, Gary, this is a larger than usual apartment. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. But it's you've got to love these 60s and 70s buildings because they built them well. They built them out of solid bricks and concrete, and they're generally larger than the new properties.
Talking about solid brick, Phil, on Sunday morning we started off at 10:30 a.m. with a solid brick property on Hawthorne Road. Now, Phil, I'm doing 4 out of the 5 auctions on Sunday. I'm a busy boy.
You are.
Looking forward to it.
Gary, 668 square metres of prime land. It does come with a very livable, lettable home, but obviously Hawthorne Road, and particularly that part, is development territory, so no doubt the builders will be out in force for that.
Could be a good opportunity for development there, Phil. A bite-sized kind of development, not a massive one, not Chadstone, but certainly more than... looks like it's going to be more than just sort of 2 units, so good opportunity there. Phil, we move on to Cambrook Road, up opposite the racecourse. Phil, take us through this one.
Well, Gary, an immaculate apartment, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and we love that location. It's walking distance to so many wonderful things that Melbourne has to offer.
Ormond is a buzzing suburb, isn't it, Phil? It's on the radar of many investors now, and there's a great opportunity for investment or first home in Ulupita Road, Ormond. Jeremy Rosen's auctions. Take us through it.
A very honest apartment, this one. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. The sort of thing that we started our real estate career buying ourselves, 1 bedrooms like this. And we can tell you first-hand viewers that they make a great addition to the investment portfolio.
Tennis, anyone?
Actually, speaking of investments, Gary, we were just involved.
That was a really good lead.
Yeah, okay, I'll come back to that.
Okay, I'll get to it.
We were recently involved. In fact, a client of yours gave us a number of properties in Station Street.
Yes, they do.
In
Yeah,
Caulfield.
yes.
To a brand new, beautiful building.
Yeah. What's that got to do with tennis?
I'm going to come to this. And interesting, they gave us a collection of 2-bedroom and 1-bedroom apartments.
Did. Yes.
And the 1-bedrooms just literally ran out the door.
Yep.
The 2-bedrooms have leased well.
Yeah, most have gone.
And
Most
of them gone. But it was just incredible to see day one, the 1-bedrooms just flew out the door from a letting proposition. So the reason I'm talking about this, Gary, is we try to give advice to our clients. 1-bedroom apartments lease very well and very quickly. Why are you looking so incredulous?
That was such a long road to get to that point.
Story, Gary.
But it wasn't.
Stories bring life to facts.
So where does that tie into anything?
Well, it ties into the fact that you were about to say you've got an auction in Tennis Grove.
Yeah.
And you said tennis anyway.
What's going to do with
so it's
one
quite,
bit of apartments opposite the racecourse?
Well, it's quite obvious that I would think about it.
Shout out to Daniel Peer, because he's rented most of those apartments out. So let's put him up on the screen for a second, because
does he fit on the screen?
I don't think so, because he's going to get a wide screen. But there he is.
Let's have a bit of a chat about Daniel Peer. Daniel Peer represents the next generation coming.
The next generation of Peer. It's frightening.
And I've got to tell you, I think personally, he's the new improved version of you.
Thanks for that.
No, seriously, I mean, he's got all of your positive features without all of the negative, horrible baggage that you've got. In fact, he's a lovely combination of your glamorous wife, Hannah Deer, and you.
Hannah Deer? No, it's Hannah Peer.
Hannah Deer, as she was referred to when you were living in Brighton.
Oh, yes, Hannah Deer.
When you were obviously fishes out of water down in Brighton.
Hannah Deer, she was lovely in Brighton.
But Daniel Peer, come on board with us, studying a business management degree at
and he did well at
university.
school. I don't understand it. I don't know whose kid he is.
He's actually got into uni and stayed there. That is not a Peer attribute.
I know, it's gone way past us, because we were by September, we were long gone from our courses.
We enrolled in March and we'd been done by May.
I was done by June. I stick through things a bit longer than you. Yes, well done, Daniel, on renting those out. Nothing to do with tennis. Tennis, anyone?
Oh, I wouldn't mind tennis, Gary.
Okay, well, let's have a property in Tennis Grove for auction, Philip. At 12:30, we've got this wonderful home. Take us through it, because Tim Smith's been excited about this, and I'm looking forward to auctioning
Gary,
it, Phil.
it's what everybody wants, which is a really beautiful single-storey home, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, tennis. Well, first of all, that house is beautiful. Beautiful
But
inside.
how's that street, Tennis Grove?
Tennis
I love
Grove.
it.
Look, we've jokingly said the mayor of the city of Leonora must have lived there, because it's got one of the most beautiful treescapes.
Yeah, treescapes,
a very, very popular spot. The question is, why is it called Tennis Grove? I have a sense that there's a development right down the end, which you'd hardly know existed, all single story.
I know those villas,
I reckon there must have been tennis courts there.
Maybe there was. That could be it, Phil. But anyway, this home is going to be going
Dixie,
up.
if you're watching this, if you wouldn't mind, Dixie's our new Ashley.
Oh, is that right? Well, Ashley's having a break.
I haven't heard from Ashley in ages.
I'm not sure
Where are you, Ashley?
Yeah, we need to
Anyway, Dixie, you're now our go-to guy.
Yeah, so find out about Tennis Groves, let us know, Dix. But
come back to us. We might have some more movie tickets for you.
That is going to be very popular, Philip. It's been well received, so we're looking forward to that. And Phil, we wrap up at 1:30, my last auction on Sunday, which is a light 4 for me. It's a big Sunday. For you, it's just a light day. It's a walk in the park.
I wouldn't have even got my heart rate up.
You wouldn't have, but 5 at 111 Hotham Street. This is a great single-level villa. Tim Smith's also been involved with this. Tim, very busy man.
Well done, Tim.
Take us through this property,
Gary,
Phil. It's a great looking
2
home.
bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a lock-up garage with some courtyard garden area. That's a great property. A fantastic location there, Gary. So whoever buys that is going to be part of the St Kilda East Ripponlea Groove.
A great property, great address, Philip, and a unique opportunity. Now, before we go off, I just want to say, Phil, The Block. I watched it last night.
So did I.
Did you?
So
We're very emotional, our girls.
Well,
I was very worried about them.
I felt that I
Julie
needed
and
to
Sasha.
pick up the phone and
give them a big hug.
Well, not only that, but maybe get them some spiritual guidance, some meditation lessons, perhaps, or some yoga.
Well, they're very passionate girls.
I love them.
Julie and Sasha. We love Julie and Sasha, and we have got a special.
If you won the block, if the block was judged on personality alone, they would win.
They would win it. They are gorgeous girls. We love them, and we're looking forward to you doing the auction for them and giving it your best shot. But we have an exclusive preview for buyers, GPTV buyers, to be able to go with us and sneak onto the block. So if it's something that you're wanting to do,
yes, we're having a cocktail party, aren't we? Is that under wraps?
There, that's been blown. mouth over here, mouth of the south.
Well, you didn't tell me.
Well, I was
did you?
leading. It was going to be a week by week, but no, you've just gone and splurged it all. But if you're reading a book at the moment, you're going to see a movie. Don't tell him because he'll just tell you who did it at the end.
Yeah, if you want to know
you're
who
going to be
killed
ruined.
who at the
Yeah,
end,
exactly
just
right.
ring me.
Oh, I'm going to see this film, Phil. Oh, the butler did it. Yeah. Oh, she dies. Oh, yeah, great. Anyway, so we've got something exclusive happening. Stay tuned, but start getting excited and get ready.
Start spreading the news.
You are leaving today.
Yeah,
You
I'm
are.
leaving tomorrow.
You are. No,
I'm
you're leaving
leaving
today.
today.
You are. So anyway, big news. Start getting your emails ready to start communicating with us because next week we're going to give you more information
About
cocktail party, about the block secret that's been blown by us.
And
Anyway,
viewers, a little bit of a tip. I won't be here for the next 2 weeks, so some feedback about
I'll
how
miss you.
ordinary Gary is without me.
I'll miss you, Phil. Anyway, I'm looking forward to having another person in your chair next week, Philip. You have a wonderful, well-earned break.
Thank you, Gary.
And what an exciting time! It's all happening. The market's
loving
incredible,
the market.
isn't it? We've probably had one of the biggest weeks ever in real estate, and we look forward to bringing you all the real estate news on GPTV. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fabulous time here without me.
Bye. We sure will. Bye.